What is up, you beautiful people? This is Jay Horne. And this is the NWA. It's the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. What's up, chat room? Noni McPony, always good to see you. Caps, David Boniface, Mike Duraban Productions, Paladin, Mark Markington, David Kobe, Wild Arms. There's so many of you. I can't even say all your names. Willie Bowen, hey, how's it going? Anybody? Thanks for everybody for showing up. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for joining us. And thanks to my co-hosts, Kyle Davis, Danny Dealz, and Joe Galli, who are here live with you also right now.
Not a bullseye. Well, you missed a lot of conversation, guys, here. I saw somebody complaining that we were late. You missed it. Gary was going on about how time's a construct. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Guys really being weird lately. Talking about how the girl bunny, Bugs Bunny, was a lot hotter than the regular Bugs Bunny, but Joe would rather get the regular Bugs Bunny in bed. Guys, you got to tune in early. That's right, you can't. But still, thanks for being a part of here. By the way, the police just showed up at his apartment complex. What are the odds? Who's trespassing? Not us.
I don't know.
I feel like Bugs would be a selfish.
Hopefully, hopefully,
like
real life is okay.
Wild Arms. No, you're right.
He's kind of like a
Will Galli, getting a bullseye.
Really break it down. I'm just saying, it's getting there.
All right. Well, I'm trying to figure out if in my midlife crisis I want to be a chain guy.
What is that?
I feel like a chain guy.
No, like a car alarm.
It's not me.
Yeah, it's on my side. It's my neighbor.
Oh.
Is that at Kyle's house? What is Kyle doing?
I'm trying to figure out if I want to be a chain guy now. Going through a midlife crisis.
Not to Tyrus. Tyrus has the bigger chain.
Well, do you want the thicker chain, or you just want the thing? Are you going
to
put the end
thin.
of the chain?
I want to go like, hey, what's the matter you? Look at this.
You got to get that Italian horn.
Hey, Fugazi.
Dealz knows what I'm talking about. Get the horn, the Italian horn on it. Yeah, there you go.
I'm very
lucky. That is what my new tattoo says. What side is that right there? It goes right on there, baby. That's right.
David, we'll loan you, Kyle, gladly.
I kind of like the disco collar you're doing there, though, Kyle, with the hoodie. But that new hoodie, by the way, Garrison,
soft
I had
as all hell. Feel it right on my nipples.
You can pre-order right now because I had to make more because we blew out of them too quickly. So,
what about these ill-begotten shirts? This is really comfortable, by the way.
I still got them. I still got a few. There are not too many left. I don't have any more of this that I'm wearing, but I still got a few ill-begotten shirts. Had to reorder. Look.
Nobody wanted me to show my nipples. I was just going to take it. Yeah, come on.
Okay, all right.
All right. Actually, listen, guys, we got to keep it together. We're a professional show here. We always try to be. And these people are not just here to see us. You were talking about time being a construct and everything, and it's a lot of chaos right now.
If you want a professional show, tune in Tuesdays, WPC 33, hashtag. This show is all about the fun and the joy, ladies and gentlemen. You tune in not for professionalism, you tune in for realism.
Well,
way to
another
completely
thing people
shit
tune
all
in
over of Gary's transition to our guest.
Yes.
Great job, Kyle.
Thanks for pointing it out, Joe. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that one of the things people show up for is the getting to know the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance, and it's appropriate that chaos seems to be happening in the chat room, and that everything seems to be going crazy because our guest today is a little crazy, and we only have him for a limited amount of time, and I'm glad he made it here, but I want to speak too soon. Let's just bring him on. By the time you get done
introducing him, we'll have to go.
I was gonna say, Danny Dealz. I'm getting there. Here, okay.
It's a Joe's turn to interrupt you.
Fodder is here with us.
Hey,
Fodder, thanks for joining us today, sir.
Kyle, you are definitely a chain guy.
Oh man, thank you.
The more chains, the better. We need to Mr. T it up.
I like this. This is why I love Fodder being on here because, frankly, trying to find love in this world, it's hard to do. So you got to let a little psycho to it. Psycho love. You guys have been on a roll in the NWA. Sometimes got to disagree with what you're doing there. The kendo stick, the cane, your psycho stick, as you like to call it. Please tell me the psycho stick's right there.
I have it with me.
At all times?
At all times. I actually got this one from my friend Dave Hero. This is one that the Sandman used.
David.
Oh, wow.
He gave it to me this weekend.
His shenanigans parties are really good if you ever get a chance to go.
Oh, well,
yes. Very, very good.
I guess let's start there. You're talking about the kendo sticks. One thing I've always been curious about is you and Tom Latimer had a knockdown drag out brawl. Like, it was insane that match between the two of you. And to some observers, it would seem you did not get the result you wanted, yet afterwards I heard you saying you got exactly what you wanted.
Yes.
So
as long as Latimer could deliver me the pain that I was looking for, I got exactly what I wanted. And I hope to run into Latimer down the road. Now that he has the title, it makes it even more meaningful for me and him to step in the ring again.
Yes,
so not a lot of people would hope for that.
He is the champion of television. That's correct.
Yes, I mean, I'd look forward to going 6 minutes or 6 rounds, whatever Latimer wants to do, if he'll do it again.
You know, you're actually going about this the absolute right way. A lot of people would be like, you didn't come out on the winning end, but what you've done is you've put out into his brain that you are an issue that he needs to deal with. You basically just forced yourself to still be in title contention before he was even champion.
I mean, that's the Psycho Love way.
I like that. Speaking of title contention, Angelina Love, the Psycho Girl herself, had quite the showing, almost came out on top. Any moment, it looks like somebody could possibly show up on the right moment, the right time, take the title off of Camille. It's a war of attrition. Is there a possibility Angelina Love's going to put herself in another situation where she could actually walk away with the championship this time?
I think so. I mean, and I think there's a mixed tag match in the future for Latimer and Camille against me and Angelina. And maybe they'll put both of the titles up on the line in the mixed tag match. So if Latimer gets pinned, Camille loses her belt. If Camille gets pinned, Latimer loses his belt.
Times like this that I wish William Patrick Corrigan watched the show. I'm joking. If he did, I want to have a job. But still, that is a good idea. I think you need to politic for that.
I will do that with the powers that be.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Bullseye!
Hey!
Congrats, Joe. For what it's worth, I will say, I mean, you guys did have the opportunity. Maybe it's the titles you're looking for, so maybe I'm answering my own question here. But you guys were set up to face Latimer and Camille in a mixed tag match. And as we all recall on the NWA Power Live, you guys kind of ended that before it even got started by pretending not to be there. And then you guys actually were there. What was that all about?
Well, we got stuck in Atlanta. Kyle knows this all too well. We were texting Kyle at all hours of the night. Me, Joe Alonzo, Odinson, Dak Draper, Angelina, we're all there. We're trying to be on time, trying to make it to the show. We got delayed, but we did get there in time. And once we got there, Camille and Latimer already out on the stage talking jazz about Psycho Love. And then we just had to come out and put one of these to good use.
You guys know why the plane couldn't take off, right? Too much personality on one airplane. You just heard the names. Too much.
Too much personality.
Can't handle it.
There's a good question in the chat I'm actually interested in because you're called the Psycho Boy, but your fighting style seems to be anything but just outlandish and crazy and with no direction. Axel in the chat was actually asking, do you practice martial arts? It seems like maybe you've got some background, maybe.
I have never practiced martial arts. I just figured if you sideswipe a guy from the side, it's just as effective as if you know karate or jujitsu or anything else. Or if you have a weapon, why would you not use a weapon? So no martial arts for me.
Yeah, doesn't even need kendo. Doesn't even need it. Even though he got the stick. That's why he renamed it.
Got the Psycho stick, courtesy of Joe.
Yeah, buddy.
We put that to use anytime we need to. So no martial arts, but street fights, attacks from behind, anything of that nature. That's what we're all about.
Now, I know when you first came in to the NWA, a lot of people, the ones that might have known anything about you prior to NWA would know you were part of that EC3 crew, the CYN group. What is that relationship like? We haven't seen you guys together. He seems to be off on his own path and you're on your own. Is there still a relationship there? And can you tell us anything about that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, EC3 is my mentor. He has helped train me up, get me ready for places like NWA and other places that I have appeared. And without him, I definitely would not be where I am. So anytime EC3 is in trouble, in the NWA if that does occur. I know he's got a big match against Scion coming up for the belt. You know, you never know. If he gets in trouble, maybe in that match, maybe I'll show up and make sure that EC3 has the title too.
Well, all right. So the CYN thing is far from dead. It sounds like this is a crew we should still. I know EC3's talked about it, but it's been kind of unclear what he sees that as. But it still seems like, and I've seen backstage, there's some of the other guys lurking around every once in a while and that sort of thing. So you're saying Control Your Narrative is still a threat as its own entity as well.
As long as me and EC3 are kicking and breathing, it is.
Perfect.
Right.
Well, let's take a moment here. We got you for a limited time here. Does anybody in the chat have any questions for Fodder? This is your time. Ask away.
Yeah. I like some of the names that got thrown around in the chat too, by the way. Kendo Stickology, Fodder practices a style of kick your ass, which is crude but effective.
I got a question. Yeah. Where the hell does the name Fodder come from?
So if you go back and you watch when EC3 first got released from the Fed, they shot it's kind of like a cinematic fight scene. And that was shot for another promotion. And I was called up, not really called up, but EC3 just DM'd me on Instagram on a Wednesday. And he said, do you want to come do this? And I was like, when do I need to be there? And he was like, Saturday morning. So I just hopped on a flight, went down there, we did it. And in the ending credits, my name, because I was mainly just doing a lot of bumping around for EC3 in that, making him look great. And they had me listed as the Fodder in the ending credits, which we thought was great. And EC3, when we came back to do the Free the Narrative, the part 1 with Cardona and Moose and all those guys, Seidel, I was wrestling John Schuyler in that one, and then we just started calling me Psycho Boy Fodder. So it worked. I mean, EC3 has he's done a lot of creative stuff in his time, including giving me my name.
Very nice. And of course, I was trying to say this before we went on, but one of my favorite things about you, I won't say it right here, but you, your real life name is almost what my real life name was when I was born. So
very much so.
Very random thing. And I was like, holy damn, there's another one.
We bonded on that at about 1 a.m. in a hotel bar.
You're just cool people too. I remember when I saw that, I was like, wait a second, that's not possible. Nobody has that name.
100% possible, but only for me and you though.
Only for us.
Only for us.
You're definitely the cooler one that got it. Fodder is the food, the fodder that feeds other enemies. What are we talking here? The most dangerous wrestling move. What is your most dangerous? What do you think is the thing that just will end anybody?
The Psycho Slam. Every time the guy's done in Psycho Slam. Nobody's ever kicked out of the Psycho Slam. Latimer is lucky he did not get hung up and get caught with the Psycho Slam.
Well, tomorrow night, NWA Power, you actually are going to have a match against up-and-comer VHS, Be Kind, Rewind. Do you think we're going to see the Psycho Slam in that match? I already know the answer. I think we will.
We will. And, you know, a guy like VHS, look, I've never been a fan of dancing because I can't dance. So because I can't dance, I will take out my aggression on somebody that can, which is VHS.
I like that. You can't dance. I can't sing. When I do, I just sing the song called Ass Puncher. I made it up.
There will be no dance off.
We will have to find a karaoke bar and we will do karaoke. Just remind me to text you the video of me and Raquel and me and Adam Shear doing karaoke at 4:00 in the morning.
Velvet Sky and I did karaoke one night. I got very drunk and I sung a Smashing Pumpkins song and sent it to Billy Corrigan in the middle of the night. And I just texted him, singing's hard. It's true.
Very hard. Very hard. I was not blessed with that skill set at all.
What title in the NWA are you currently looking to go after?
Wait! I threw up one too. I just a side note there. Just could Tyrus kick out of the Psycho Slam? This is a time for you to make a bold statement if you're willing to.
I mean, Tyrus is a massive human being. Only time will tell on that. Only time will tell. We'll have to see what.
You don't know the answer until you do it.
Correct.
Interesting, but
We'll
to Kyle's point, yeah, there was a question in the chat here about is there a specific title you would love to have in the National Wrestling Alliance?
The TV title, of course.
Okay, the TV title, which is perfect sense. So hopefully we'll get to see this Tom Latimer feud continue.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see this one. Who's the toughest opponent you've successfully toppled?
Yep.
The toughest opponent I've successfully beat.
Angelina Love, obviously.
Hey.
That's my greatest wrestling accomplishment right there. The toughest opponent, Gangrel was a tough one.
Well, you're not a Dracula, so he definitely didn't win that. He didn't get to bite you.
Yeah. Let's see here. Toughest guys. Zach Gowen, I wrestled him in his retirement match mid last year. He was a tough guy, and tough guy with one leg, man. So,
imagine him on two.
Yeah, Lodi's a tough guy. There's a lot of good guys that I've worked that were very tough. Silas Young, another one.
A real man's man.
Yeah, I cheated to beat Silas, but I'm proud of it because I got to beat him. So
did you get caught?
I think it's honorable that you admit that.
No.
Yeah,
if you didn't get caught, it wasn't
cheating. Win.
It's only cheating if you get caught, Gary.
Correct, and that match is done. It's over. It's in the books. It's on cagematch.net.
It's one of Kyle's cousins, so you might have beat with it, but
it is one of my cousins. You're absolutely correct.
Well, Fodder, Paladin is asking, since he's one of our regulars here, so we appreciate him. What's your top aspirations as a wrestler? Do you have like an ultimate goal you're trying to achieve here? Just in general, I guess.
Man, dude, every day that I get to wrestle, I'm already like living my dream. All I wanted to do was wrestle, man, from the time I was a child, and I kind of like got away from it. And then I kind of got back into it. So like I actually went to wrestling school when I was 16 years old, but they found out that I was not 18 because the guy lied and got me into the wrestling school. And then I quit going. Probably the next, that was, I was in late high school then. I didn't start training to wrestle seriously until I was 33. So I'm 36 now. So all of this with the wrestling has just happened so quickly, and being that it's happened so quickly, I've wrestled and became friends with like all the people that I used to watch on television. So, every day that I get to wrestle is I'm living my dream. I always told EC3, like, if I can just work TV for like 2 years, like that's fabulous for me. It's certainly a blessing.
I know you from online for also other than just wrestling, and you have quite the fitness background.
Oh, thank you, Kyle.
Did you
Yes.
Did you get into fitness because you wanted to break into wrestling? Was that part of the drive?
So I actually used to do music, and I used to do hip hop music, and I was going to get signed to a
what?
Yeah, I was going to get signed to a record deal, and I went to New York, and they said, we like everything about you, but we just don't like the way you look. And at the time I was very overweight. And they said, take about 90 days and go hire a personal trainer. And this was around the time when like MGK and like Mac Miller were kind of on the scene. So I was kind of like on the come up, like with those guys. And I went and I hired like a personal trainer. I got into doing the gym, and I was just like, man, like, I like this a lot better. Because, in the gym, you control all your progress. So, like, it's up to you to eat the diet. It's up to you to go to the gym and work out. And with doing something like music, there was just so much politics in the music on if you knew this guy or that guy, or this blog would put you on the blog. And once I kind of got out of doing it, I just kind of became obsessed with, like, competing and bodybuilding and doing all that. And I think ultimately, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, I have so many pictures of myself with like wrestlers. Like I have a picture, like Lodi helped train me up, and I have a picture of me and like Lodi when I was like 12. So it's just amazing how like the bodybuilding, like getting out of doing the music kind of led me to the bodybuilding, which had already prepared me to be a professional wrestler. Because when I started training, to be a professional wrestler, everybody was telling me, they were like, look, you already got the look, you got the body, you just need to learn how to wrestle and figure out like a character and all this kind of thing. So it's just kind of been like a wild journey to get there. But the fitness definitely prepared me for this now.
Like Kobe in the chat, I would have thought you more of a punk rock guy. So that's interesting to hear the hip hop background.
So I actually have I have songs with like French Montana. I have songs with Mobb Deep. I have songs with Killer Mike. I mean, there's tons of guys that wild. I have done records with. I just don't really like go super public with the music anymore because it's just so long ago. Like the last time I recorded music was in 2012. And that's when I had like the single with French Montana and all that. So
I got your beat there. Last time I recorded music was 2001.
Wow. So it's just, that's just one of those things where like, it's just been so long now. Like I hardly ever even discuss it anymore.
That's crazy. Sal Renaro also was a big advocate and was trying to be a rapper at one point in time, but he was never successful.
Bullseye.
It did not stop him from rapping while him and I were traveling.
But it's one of those things where when he said that, I was like, I know another human being that does not look like he would be that guy either. Speaking of not being that guy, I like the tattoos. I don't have the chest pieces and everything. Oh, what was the catalyst for getting into the tattoos? Was it something you were a fan of growing up, or it just so happened that, much like me, you just were like, I got one, and then I was like, there's some negative space. Let me get some more. Okay, boom. You got the First in Flight on your back. You got the United States gimmick on the chest.
Yeah, so I started getting tattoos, man, when I was like 17, 18. And it's just like when you first start going, man, dude, it's like you just can't stop. I mean, I was in there just every week, and I'd just be like, I'll put a little something here and I'll keep adding here. And then before I knew it, I had just a wicked amount of tattoos. I think I got all of my tattoos from the age of like 18 to 21. So it was like all in that little small time span. And then when I started doing shows, because I had so many tattoos, now luckily, like I didn't get a lot of stuff like done in color, which would look great on me because I have just such pale white skin, but having so many tattoos can definitely hinder you in the bodybuilding world, because they're judging your physique. And luckily for me, they didn't hinder it for me at the time, but I think if I had got more tattoos, they definitely would have hindered me with the judges for sure.
This is an interesting question here, though. Media wants to know if you listen to the Bee Gees.
I do. I actually when we were filming, so I love 80s music. Like
the Bee Gees are 70s.
You might see me like deadlift 400 pounds, and you're probably thinking I'm listening to like some crazy rock and roll or something like that. I listen to like,
he's in the gym getting moist, listening to the Bee Gees.
Yeah, Madonna, Holiday, or Cameo or something like that. Those are. Yeah, I mean, when she's riding with me and I have the playlist on, she doesn't know anything that I play. She has no idea in terms of like the music. She's a rock.
I know we were doing some stuff for Knot Fest, and she was like going to be the hardcore person, and you were just kind of like, I'll talk about movies or something. I don't really have like that music taste.
Yeah, that's when I gave you the Halloween 1 through 4 gimmicks.
Yeah, he had to list his top 5 favorite horror movies that he did Halloween 1 through 5. So
really?
5? Ugh, that's pushing.
Hold on. No, I mean 4 and 5 are continuations of the same plot line.
Yeah, but 5 is, come on. 4 is very good.
I like
3. Season of the Witch, underrated.
No, it is,
right.
And it's gained a cult following.
Well, as much as I would love to continue that debate, Fodder has obligations to one person that matters more than us, and that is Angelina Love. And so know that Psycho Love has a prior engagement plan, so they've got to get out of here. And so, Fodder, I just want to take a second to thank you for coming on, and hopefully we can have you back on. You've been an awesome guest, and it's been great to talk to you here.
Yeah, dude. Thank you guys for having me, man. I'll come back anytime you want.
Appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of this, and thanks for being a part of the NWA. You know this, man. I wish you the best.
Bullseye!
Keep on
tomorrow night,
6:05.
Right, tomorrow night, 6:05 on Power, you can see Fodder in action versus VHS. So you want to check that out on youtube.com/NWA. Thanks again, Fodder.
All right. Thanks, guys. Y'all take it easy.
All right. Well, it's just us, boys.
It's just us. Just us. Just
Gary.
us guys hanging out.
You ready for some improv?
I'm I'm ready for some.
Doing this right now. Bring yourself full screen. I want to see more Gary. I want to see the big Gary.
You want to see more?
Let's see
Gary.
all the.
right.
We talked about
Gary.
Look at that.
This is what we're doing. All right, this is what we're going to do. You're going to give me, and this is great for everyone watching because they get to take a peek behind the curtain. This is something that was completely unplanned, completely unscripted. You've done a little improv in your time, right, Gary?
Yeah, back in the day. How about
Yes,
that?
Yes, and. God damn it, Gary.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
I've been known to do some improv in my time.
Yes, and I'm not very good at it.
Good. Let's make this even better. All right, stop holding up cards that say moist. Nobody cares.
That one doesn't say it, but she is watching.
Good
God
heavens.
damn it. All right, Gary, we're gonna record the commercial, and I'll edit parts of it out. So we're gonna record the commercial. This will be the commercial for this podcast that'll go on episodes of Power in USA. So give me the intro to the commercial, and then I'll cut to some sound bites from some of our celebrity guests, and then you give me a tag out. All right? So just like the same intro we always do for the show. Like, hey, everybody, it's Gary Horne here, and the podcast. I want to see it. All right? I'm going to count you in 5, 4, 3.
What's up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne, and this is the NWA podcast.
Cut.
If you're
Here we go. We're going back one more time from the top in 5, 4, 3.
What's up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne. And if you're like me, and you're not only a fan of the National Wrestling Alliance, and you want to know more about the people involved, the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance that you see in ring every single week, you want to tune in to the NWA Extra Live.
Oh my God! You
Wait, hold on. I got it. I'm just going to start from there. I'm going to pick up from there.
All right, one more again.
Keep it tighter because I want to show as much as you're the star. It's your show. We got to focus on the guests. So, hey, this is what's happening every week. We have a great conversation that you can be a part of and incredible guests. So you got to give me that tag out so I can get into it. All right, so here we go. One more time in 5, 4, 3.
What's up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne, and you're looking at this is the NWA live stream. If you're like me, you want to know more about the NWA stars that you see every single week in ring. You want to hear from them and what they're all about. This is where you can do it.
Great, perfect. Now give me the tag out, like tune in every Monday, something like that.
NWA Extra. Zabada.
Yeah. NWA. Subscribe to NWA Extra.
7 o'clock-ish.
Shut up, Cal. This isn't your commercial. You do enough damn commercial.
Biggie wants to be in the commercial too. All right.
I know he does. Well, I'll intercut in there. There'll be some fun stuff. And in 5, 4, 3.
This is the NWA live stream. You can tune in every single Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. YouTube.com/NWA Extra. Be there.
That was a lot.
That's
too
good.
Much energy. I'll go with it. We'll work with it. I'll
hold on. I need one throwaway line. Bring your gravy cakes. Say something about the gravy cakes. That's your tagline at the end of every episode.
It's your
let's
tagline.
work it in.
All right, let's do it. The intensity is at a 12. I need you to bring it to a 10. Okay? And
wait,
5,
so I'm doing. Wait. What's happening now?
You're doing the tag out.
I want you to get me close to getting off, but I don't want you to get me off. Just get me close.
Just say, bring the gravy cakes.
Yeah, and finish with your gravy cake line. And in 5, 4, 3.
Every single Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, YouTube.com/NWA
What's
Extra.
Eastern? I don't know what Eastern is. Let's try that again. You're putting R's in there. It's extra R's. Okay, here we go. And in 5, 4, 3.
Join us every single Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern on YouTube.com/NWA Extra. Bring your gravy cakes and be there.
That was it.
That was it.
Yes.
That's the winner.
That was it.
That's the winner.
Gary,
all right, so
I want
you
to
give
know
me
that
creator
I'm
access
so
on YouTube so I can download
proud of you.
Hey,
Taylor says that was very good.
So thank you.
Folks, you're looking to see how the gravy cakes are made right now. Hell, maybe I should do voiceover for a Medusa book commercial.
Son
right
of a
now.
bitch.
Yeah,
maybe I'll get trained up and I can do this sometime.
Oh, let's hear it. Bring Kyle up. I want to see Kyle all big.
All right.
Hold on. Let me bring up the dialogue here that my script.
Why don't you say 2 or 1? You just don't.
Because you don't.
Yeah, it's an old Wayne's World.
Here we go. You're
all right.
ready? Guys, if you have it just tuning in now, I bought a chain. I'm trying to see if it works for me. I don't think it does. Anyway, moving on.
All right. I'll count you in, Kyle. You ready?
Yep.
All right. In 5, 4, 3.
Experience the captivating story of Deborah Medusa Michelli, a woman who never let her past define her. This is the woman who would be king, the Medusa story. From professional wrestling to monster truck driving, Medusa blazed numerous trails in male-dominated industries. But her success was not without challenges, abuse, financial ruin, and heartbreak. In her captivating memoir, Medusa shares her story of perseverance, determination, and triumph over adversity. Discover the truth behind her upbringing and how she became a world champion before revolutionizing the monster truck world. Don't miss this unforgettable tale of a woman who refused to give up, no matter the odds. Pre-order The Woman Who Would Be King today. The Woman Who Would Be King is now available at bookstores and online retailers worldwide.
I feel like you could. It's too Kyle.
It is too Kyle. I got to bring it down.
You gotta bring. It's a book.
Well,
Here,
I never read it before. I had no idea what kind of context I needed.
It's also
Guys,
it's too long.
You're nodding.
So
No,
I didn't write it.
How can someone not
Experience
love
the
Kyle? Look at
captivating
that.
story of Deborah Medusa Michelle.
well, I can
a woman
introduce
who
you
never
to
let her pass the fun.
Let's see. I love Noni here too. Is this what happens when Joe gets on the meth? Do more, go faster, do it now, Gary.
Oh my God, yeah. Medusa Michelle.
Okay, all right. Hey.
That's too much. Dealz too much for Dealz.
You doing a Skinamats narration over here? What's going on?
Yeah.
It was
kinda
pointed
like
out to
this.
me
This
that
is
I
a new
make
version of the
these
live
noises
stream.
every now and then.
Yeah.
You guys
In
are
a
getting access to the behind the scenes. You're getting to be a part of the commercials.
Oh boy.
And all the stuff. Maybe next time Dealz can include the live stream and one of his
Tune into
Dealz
NWA
promos.
Extra every Monday night to see us recording in things that don't involve wrestling.
Now
Drink
do it
that
in
drink.
Australian. Do it in Australian.
Good eye, Mike. Tune into NWA Extra live every Monday night at 7. I don't even know what accent that is. I think that's like British or something.
That's kind
No,
of
you're
Talk,
your
Nick.
attempt. I mean, I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, Alex Taylor. He says the chain's working. Thanks. I'm glad you.
Yeah, what does he know?
Alex Taylor knows sex on a stick. That boy.
Well, you know what? He
got
actually
it
is
going
kind
on.
of fashionable. I'll give him that. He's kind of fashionable.
yeah, a little bit. He is
Love
the
to.
fashion.
I want to
police.
throw up your comment media, but I'm not going to do it.
Don't do
Yeah,
drugs
because-
by NWA merch instead. That's right, folks. Or you could do both and wear NWA merch at the same time. Yeah,
Hey,
baby.
you know what I'm going to do, Garrison? You know what I'm going to do? And I believe I sent you a picture. Now, this is, I should probably have my head examined for doing it. But, I've got these autographed turnbuckles, right? From Enough Said. And they're $250, even though I want to sell them for $500. And Candy was like, nah, it's too much. But I
Gary,
have,
bring him up. I got
I
to
have
Waka Waka.
I
Somebody
have,
said say
some more
something
deals.
uppity.
I have
Waka
a couple of the
Woo,
Hard Times
look at
3 left, right? So what it's going to do, it's only going to be for a day. It's like a flash sale, right? If you get one of these, if you $350 for both.
Wow.
I only got 2 that I'm
I
willing
see
to do
my
it with.
signature right there.
There it
Enough
is.
said. Look at that.
And the Deal Machine's on there. Joey G is on there.
Trevor
That's
Murdoch,
right
I'm
there.
seeing on there. I'm seeing all the stars. What is that? The Pope on there. What do we got? EC3, Scion. Flipping things over. Christy James, Taya Valkyrie,
EC3, Ricky Morton, everybody who was on it.
Yep.
Everybody was on both.
Oh, there's some Rush Freeman. Oh, that'll be worth something.
I see
someday.
Angelina Love on
Uh,
there. I know Tyrus is on there as well. Bully Ray, I'm seeing. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
There's,
$350 for
there's
both.
the
Right now.
boss. I think there's some
Plug.
Billy
Right now.
C
Plug.
on there too.
Plug.
I'm going to turn it off in the morning. $350 for both.
$350 for both of these,
Yeah.
says Dealz.
Tree Fitty. Tree
Wow, that's a
Fitty.
great deal for
It's
both.
a flash sale.
No,
Right?
Noni, that
Flash.
comment really, really hurts.
Yeah,
but it's
flashes,
true.
Kyle. Do your flash sale. Let me see
Kyle
them
Chain
next
is like sunscreen except it protects the skin from when. Oh, good Lord. That was
Yeah, I know. It's super.
why is
mean.
everybody shooting on Kyle?
No,
Look
no.
at
Some
this
people
one.
are shooting on me in a positive way.
I got this one.
in a sticky way. In a sticky way.
Those are gone, Gary. Those are gone. I
These are
had
gone. You
I
can't
blew
get
those
these
Duck
anymore.
season.
Just like the Hard Times and the Nuff Said ones are going to be.
yeah,
But,
those are gone. The Always Ready are gone. There's a bunch of them that are gone, but
Deals. I need some posters too. I keep forgetting to get posters. I haven't
oh
gotten-
yeah, I got
haven't
some
got
posters
one from.
for you.
I haven't gotten any since Hard Times 3, so I got to get some more posters.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any of those.
For the
Did you
dark.
get a
For the dark.
74? Did you get a 74? I got a 74.
I don't think I have a 74.
I've got a 74 for you.
Thank
I've
you.
got to reprint a couple too because a few people asked me for some, but I'm like, sure, if we don't sell them and then I always sell them, I get, it happens. I can't help it. Guys, I worked for Down West for 2 years. I can't help it. I get something here, I got to get rid of it. It's over.
Kyle's
I have a
shade.
deal for you, Beanie Babies, ladies and gentlemen. Well, listen, they would only let me get 2 of these, but I got to
You know
tell
what,
you,
though?
if we could get 4, this is an investment
I
in your
love
children's
You know
future.
what, though?
You need to
I
get in now,
actually-
ladies and gentlemen.
I did not know that he was famous for that when I first started working for him.
I, in high school, used to watch Don West on the Shop at Home stuff all the time. He would sell baseball. Mickey Mantle rookie card.
No, that's the one. So I had no clue. I just thought he was an announcer at TNA. We're on the road. We're in Austin, Texas, and somebody's coming up going, "Come on, Don." He's like, "Mickey Mantle rookie card." Does the thing. I said, "What the fuck is he doing?" And Jimmy Davis, like, that's what he's famous for. He's the infomercial brother. And I had zero clue that he was.
When we used to watch him, we were like, he'd be perfect for wrestling. So when he came into TNA, we're like, oh my God, somebody else realized this.
Yeah. And then I went back and saw some old things, but I didn't realize. But I mean, he was the best. Brother was the best.
And I agree with you, because he'd give you this excitement and then he'd bring it down a little bit. Like, but let me be really. And he just, oh man, I get goosebumps. I still watch that stuff every now and then.
That brother would make you think that program was priceless.
Gold. Made out of gold.
He was the best. He was definitely the best. Yeah, I know Mike wants me to re-release all the posters. I do got to reprint. I'm going to do a short run and reprint a bunch.
Either way, the Britannica Bear thing stood out, because I remember, like, we all remember the Princess Di Bear. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gone. You can't get it again at a normal price. But Britannica Bear, I dare say, can I say this on the air? Britannica Bear is the next Princess Di Beanie Baby. I said it. You got to get this now.
You got to get it.
What was that? I'm sorry, folks. We're almost sold out. You're taking too long.
It's over.
Oh, man,
I think Don West was a chain guy, actually.
Yeah, he was.
Great promo guys and talking about Don West. That's good stuff.
La Rosa Negra had a match.
I'm ready to go again, Joe. Well, you know something, brother? You need to tune into the NWA live stream.
That I actually disagree with that. That was not. She did not look like Superfly. That was a huge frog splash. Almost Dealz style. Who was? He's got my one of my favorite frog splashes, because that he looked like talk about full extension. Right?
Oh man, brother.
Cookie splash, baby. Cookie splash.
Hey, Kyle.
Yes, sir. You're going to tell me, and I'm going to listen.
Why isn't Gary telling us about what's going on in Power tomorrow?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The graphics went out
Gary,
this morning.
Don't you have another sneak peek for our fans here that are on this podcast? They could see something that no one else will be able to see until tomorrow.
Huh? Do I have something?
The bell hasn't even rung.
Knox. Oh my God.
Today on an all-new NWA Power, Bully Ray takes on Mike Knox. If Bully wins, he gets a match with Matt Cardona at NWA 312 in Chicago.
There's one thing I've done that you haven't done, and that's become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And it's eating you inside, and you're making my life a living hell.
Scoops her up. Slams her down hard.
NWA Women's Television Championship Tournament qualifiers continue. The Majesty of Muscle, Kylan King taking on former tag champ Kenzie Page.
Comes that neck snap by Fodder, followed by that stiff boot and an elbow drop. Woo!
Relentless. In our junior heavyweight division, Fodder goes toe-to-toe with newcomer VHS.
Come see me. Come find me. Anywhere, anytime.
All that and more tonight on NWA Power.
Well, it's not going to be
that'd
tonight,
be
but you
tomorrow.
can tune in
That'd
on
be tomorrow.
Tuesday at 6:05. Yeah. Well, we're
Sneak
giving them a
peek.
sneak preview. Yeah. Of the thing. that's
Of
gonna-
ads. Look, they get so many free ads.
Fodder,
That's what-
center. It's
yeah.
almost like
Everybody
we
wants.
planned this. Ladies and
Joe
gentlemen, we
is
did
a
not
pro
plan
at this. So Joe is who Joe and Kyle, Dealz, they're all, I'm lucky that I get to do this stream with these guys who I aspired to have the skill of someday. And so what you just heard was a 60-second promo from Joe Galli about what's on NWA Power tomorrow night at 6:05.
I don't know what you're talking about. That guy's got a totally different voice. I have to Kyleize my voice when I do that. Otherwise, you'll hear me talking over me, and it's too much. And it's like creates this weird reverb when you're listening to it. So I have to do like a little UFC fight night.
I only
Kenzie
have
Page.
one dumb voiceover voice. The other one is just like, you
Yeah.
know, Autumn, the album, available now. Oh, I guess
Yeah, it's like
I do have multiple
It's
voices.
like Kyle, you're out of breath and you're eating rocks at the same time. Like that's the voice.
All right.
Yeah. I got razor blades in the back of my throat. Yeah.
This
let's
Tuesday
watch
night
this.
on NWA Power,
We're going to have all the action, all the excitement. Folks, don't smoke.
So,
And if you're suffering from mesothelioma and serve time at Camp Lejeune, call now.
who's behind me? That's Maddie. Right
Ask
here?
your doctor about erectile dysfunction.
Is that what the question
Yeah.
was? Who's behind me? It's Maddie. That's
Do,
Maddie.
do we have erectile dysfunction questions in the chat? Kyle apparently is an expert. I don't know why he brought it up.
No, I was just doing voiceover for like the medical stuff. You said Camp Lejeune. I said that. Okay, let's
look at
just.
my
I love that
Jay.
all the white lines on the walls of of Joe's.
That's
little
where
area there.
that's where he had to patch the wall after putting people.
That's
in
the
wall.
nailing schedule for drywall. 16 on center. What are you guys, dumb or something? You don't know how to set up drywall?
Joe, did you set
It's
up the
an
drywall
unfinished-
in your garage?
I'm so disappointed in you, Kyle. I thought we were friends. I thought you knew me, man.
So, who's got
Effectively.
money
I
on
mean, I
VHS
love you,
tomorrow?
but I don't know everything about you. Although
Who's
I do
got-
talk about you all the time.
Who's got money on VHS tomorrow against Fodder?
Hey,
Listen,
man.
I
Stranger
love
things have happened.
VHS. I love VHS. I think it's a great memory from my past. Whether or not the past can become present, they say everything comes around in 20-year cycles.
Oh, look at that hat.
All the styles, all the music, all the movies, all the TV shows, it's all making a comeback. VHS, this could be his time, and that time is Tuesday at 6:05 on NWA Power.
Yeah, but he looks a little too happy to be going up against Fodder.
He was taking a picture. What do you want him to do?
Yeah, I know. Come on,
Everybody
man.
can't scream all the time.
Well, Fodder sure doesn't look like pleased, and he's right next to
Well,
Angelina
it's
Love.
because Angelina's smiling for him. She's
Yeah,
doing
there
all
you
the
go.
smiling.
Yeah.
He's doing the
Yeah.
sticking. He's got
Don't
the
you know
stick.
what relationships are about? Everybody's got their
Balance.
thing. They balance each other out.
Kyle's an expert. He's in like 6 of them right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to hear the predictions in the chat room on this one. I'm looking forward to this. How about Kinsey Page is taking on Kylan King in a qualifying match for the NWA World
Main
Women's
event.
TV title?
Anywhere in the world.
I'm taking Kenzie Page in that one. Even though Kylan's a badass.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to throw it somewhere, I mean, Kinsey Page is a
on
former
a roll.
champion in the National Wrestling Alliance.
He's on a roll.
She's held gold in the National Wrestling Alliance, so I mean, you know, she's got the credentials. Is all I'm saying. Kylan King's a badass, but Kinsey Page, don't count
She
her
is a
out.
badass. She's a
I was
badass from
just,
Painesville, but I feel like
Yeah.
Kenzie's got this one.
I was just looking at the mock-up for the new TV title today, and actually we got to finalize a few things about
Belts,
that.
baby.
Jesus with this every week.
People love
We
the
don't.
belts.
All right, and what about this one? If you missed it on Joe's commercial there,
Whoa!
Bully Ray versus Mike Knox. That's going to be a bad one. Two big
Big
boys.
step with that match.
A couple big boys in that ring, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's going
Right.
to be a good one.
If,
And,
if Bully
will
can,
Matt
if Bully beats
Cardona
him,
involve
Bully hooks him
himself?
and gets his hands on Matt. So that's motivation for him.
Yeah, another opportunity here for Bully Ray to get his hands on Matt at 312 in Chicago. And I see the questions in the chat.
Oh, are
and
we
just to
really
be
going to get
fair,
into this right now?
Oh, come on.
Do you really
people.
want to
Be
have
patient.
these two guys?
Can you be patient,
we-
please?
He's just looking at what the people are talking.
Okay, here's the somebody said
I
why is
know
it on Friday?
we talk real with our people.
All
in
right,
this
let's
live
talk
stream.
real. We have so many things going on right now, including some musical tours from a gentleman who's very integral to our brand, be that he's the president and the owner and the man that gives this all the opportunity that we can make this happen. His schedule is a little crazy right now, and we're making that work with the National Wrestling Alliance. So Friday pay-per-view, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little later at night too. You remember Velvet After Dark? Think of like a NWA After Dark. It's 3, 1, and 2. Yeah. Joe,
Yeah.
can you actually make it just like lurid?
Yeah.
There's gonna be
Mike, we don't have a venue for 312 announced yet.
It's coming.
Yeah, so I wish I could tell you more.
all I
We
can
all
say is
do.
this: William Patrick Corgan is trying to make his homecoming count, and he wants it to be as close to an area that he holds dear as possible.
We're working it out. It'll be good.
Yeah, so it's coming.
I got some cool stuff.
NWATix.com. I'm sure it will be exactly.
I've
where
got
you
some
need to go
cool
when it's
stuff I'm
time.
making for that 312 also.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well,
Get
you've
some,
seen some.
Oh, yeah, the mock-ups. I saw some.
I've
They're
seen
really
you.
cool.
I'm giving you a few. And I got a
Everyone
couple.
wants to know
got a couple of good
if there will be
ideas.
more info from
Yeah.
312,
Okay,
but I'd
info
like
about
to
the NWA versus Triple A show. Well, let me be honest with you. It's part of the World is a Vampire tour. It's coming at you, Mexico City, March 4th, Arena, Mexico. You can be a part of it. I don't think it's sold out yet. Maybe it is. I don't speak Spanish. So whenever I go to the website, I get super confused about what is going on.
It's not like a soccer field, man. Like, you can't sell that out. It's huge.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody's talking about it.
Mexico can come.
NWA versus AAA. The matches are going to be during 2 different intervals during the show. Be there. It is literally going to be NWA wrestlers against AAA wrestlers. The junior heavyweight title will be on the line, as well as a bevy of other championships. Folks, this one you are going to get to see at some point. It will not be aired live. You're going to get to see it. I just can't tell you when, because AAA, well, they're in on this too. And I can't answer for another company.
Well, right now, as of the poster that AAA release, Homicide and Scion are taking on Commander and Octagon Jr. in a tag team match.
I was going to do gang signs like Homicide, but it just came out as a heart.
Aaron Stevens and Natalia Markova versus Arez and La Hedra. Sal the Pal versus Jack Cartwheel.
That match has actually been changed. It is now a triple threat match. Kerry Morton has been cleared to take part in this event. Kerry Morton will be defending the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship in a 3-way match. That
breaking news.
Some junction. There we go. We did it. We did it. We said something. Fantastic.
How about that? That's awesome. All right. See, look at that. There's a
when you
reason
start talking about the card.
in.
I started looking for the card too. I was like, where is the list of this that
I'm on
have
Wikipedia
right
now.
Camille. That's always accurate.
Is defending the women's championship. Well, they've got the poster here, so that's where I'm going. Is defending the women's championship against Flamer, Flammer, and Nueva Generación Dinamita. They're going
the AAA trios.
Yeah, the trio match for the AAA World Trios Championship. They're going to be taking on Tom Latimer, Chris Masters, and Kratos.
2 former members of Strictly Business, Tom Latimer and Chris Masters, friends in real life, able to team up here. Kratos, at times, a very dangerous man, but also he's Team Chain as well. I've seen he could also be the most swag man alive. So this could be a little trios match of handsome proportions.
I was going through some old NWA from the Lightning One era just the other day, and Kratos actually teamed with Strictly Business at one point, just in like one night. Teamed up with Tom and Chris. So this is not unique. Like, they've teamed up before. La Rebellion are defending the NWA World Tag Team Championship against Vampiro and Blue Demon Jr. That sounds badass.
Now, legit, this is actually funny because Fodder was on the show, and when I saw Fodder, I was like, that dude looks like Vampiro.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I could see it.
Son of Vampiro.
I wasn't the one who said it was impossible, by the way, to sell out a soccer stadium. That wasn't me who said that. I was responding to the chat. I wasn't the one who said that.
I said it. I said it. It was me.
Dealz, I've noticed you haven't been smoking a lot tonight. Is everything okay?
What are you talking about?
I feel like I haven't seen the screen engulfed with smoke for like 50% of the time.
You haven't been watching enough. You've been looking at your own neck all the time.
That's true.
You're obsessed with your freaking neck.
Maybe in time, David, Camille and Tom could go after the AAA mixed tag titles. I mean, this is just the first step. This is the first crossover with this era of NWA and AAA. You never know what it leads to in the future.
You never know. The press conference is going to be on the 1st of the month, which I'm shocked is already around the corner. Had to get Kerry Morton there a little bit early. Spoiler, he's going to be representing the NWA with William Patrick Corrigan during the AAA. Little gimmick right there. So, folks, we're going international. It's back. International. We're not just the National Wrestling Alliance. We're the National World Alliance. I don't think
Axel Gonzalez pointing out, yes, Blue Demon Jr. is a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
He was, but you could never get him past California back then. And actually, I got in trouble on a NWA affiliate I worked for because I would cut promos making fun of him all the time. Just because, if you were an NWA affiliate at the time, as you know, Kyle, you were supposed to get the world champions once a year. And I would always cut promos on why this guy was afraid to leave the Pacific time zone. I didn't understand it. He was afraid to come to Nashville or whatever.
That is interesting.
That was like 2008 or something. It was before. Once Pierce got it, then Pierce would travel with the title, which is
I love this. Dealz has got a lot of history.
Yeah.
People don't.
Pierce was different with it, but you couldn't,
It's just like I used to work for NWA Liberty States, which was in New England, which was an offshoot around 09, 10, all that area there too.
NWA Main Event, Ultimate NWA, blah, blah, blah. I worked for 9 million of them. And our own Bill Behrens actually ran NWA Anarchy, which was one of the more brand names that everybody wanted to get on back then. They looked at it as a portal to TNA, perhaps. Everybody wanted to be on.
My NWA promoters at the time were Ricky O and Dave Marquez. Those were the guys.
Who's on the poster? Which one? This one right here? That's Taryn. That's Taryn Terrell.
The lovely Taryn Terrell. Miss her.
She just had a poster behind me, but that's Taryn. And
Joe, what you doing with your hands?
Is being very quiet.
Hand stuff.
Who's got police in the background?
I didn't even finish the card. Trevor Murdoch's taking on Psycho Clown, which would be a lot of fun. And Tyrus is defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Daga. So that's also happening.
That'd be dope.
Joe. No Taya that I saw on this list, but she is going to be participating in that AAA World Cup that I saw is going to be coming up in a couple of weeks afterwards. I think Tom and Camille are both on teams in that.
Yep. And I think Markova's on that too.
Yeah, I believe Markova's there. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on with AAA there.
Me and Alex are going to jump somebody and make them unable to go to Australia, and we're going to go to Australia instead.
Do you have
I actually would love to hang out in Australia.
I have a passport. I have a passport. I just actually renewed my passport because my old one expired. You got to renew them every 10 years.
That's not a poster. That's a photo of Danny's wife. Oh,
Gary, I jumped on the live stream from the ocean like last month. Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Nothing. You knew what I was doing.
Are you getting all St. Patrick's Day up?
I said that.
I am not getting any St. Patrick's Day stuff. No, I'm Italian. I'm not.
I was talking to my mother, guys.
I know you're not talking to
Why are you talking to your mom?
Because she was
Hey, everybody, Kyle's going to get off that couch soon.
Next week, back to Florida. Got the lease on the house. Getting life back.
So wait. Oh, so yeah, I guess we'll be back from Mexico, and you'll have to immediately pack your life up. And then
pretty much is what's happening, yeah.
And that's going to be like a 14-hour drive?
It's actually
Mark
18.
Markington. I wonder who is going to take the title from Tom Latimer. I'm going to tell you who's going to take the title from Tom Latimer. I already know this, how this plays out. Nobody takes that title from Tom Latimer.
Pitching for Alex. I was trying to help Danny Dealz here.
Nobody can beat Tom Latimer in 6 minutes, 5 seconds.
I can tell you who should be worried about Tom Latimer as TV champion. I can tell you the man who should be worried about Tom Latimer as TV champion. That lucky 7 rule, you cash that in, world title shot. Tyrus should be very concerned that this man is TV champion.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. The only way that TV title comes off Tom Latimer is Tom Latimer cashes it in for a world's title opportunity. Nobody can beat Tom Latimer in 6 minutes, 5 seconds. I'm saying that as fact right now.
One man can beat Tom Latimer, and that's Tom Latimer himself. And I've talked to him recently, and he's in no position to beat himself anymore. This man's on a driven path. He's found the purpose. He's the championship. He's got happiness. That man, a happy Tom Latimer, is even more dangerous than an unhappy Tom Latimer.
Listen, David, I didn't say that to Fodder's face because it didn't really come up in this manner. I just said it's 6 minutes, 5 seconds. Okay, so I could have said it to him, but he did bring up a point that he was pushing a mixed tag match or something where like
calling out Gary.
But like maybe in that situation, Fodder could end up with the TV title if like some shenanigans take place. There's a kerfluffle of some kind, but nobody in the one-on-one match is going to take that title off.
Tom is very focused right now, though he is. I've known the man for a decade, and he is way more focused than he was in the past. He's in better shape, if you can believe that. So I could see that.
Let's see. Guys, I really enjoy Aaron Stevens last week. He can really talk. He should do guest commentary on the wrestling show from time to time. I'm sure Aaron could do commentary.
I believe he did do that a couple of times when he was either currently the national champion or he was going for the national championship. So that gives you an idea of how long ago that was. But he's done it.
Yeah, I believe he's done it as well, yes.
I'm getting called out by David about this Tom Latimer thing. So
I'm telling you, buddy,
this is what happens when you take a side. This is what happens.
This is what happens. That's why Kyle is on the side of everybody who comes on the show.
I can't help it that we keep it on. We have amazing people on the show that I support, that I like.
Even Maserati West, when he was on the show, Kyle was ready to move to Cleveland.
So here's my thing, though. When you're in front of me, I get very excited about it. And I'm in the moment, and we make a connection, and I can't wait, and all this stuff. I just can't help it that you guys aren't that same way. You don't see the worth of the people in front of you when they're here.
Ooh, Polka Dot Pam making a great point here. Latimer won't be challenging Tyrus because Chris Adonis is going to take the championship from Tyrus. What if Chris Adonis wanted the
what a redemption story that would be for Mr. Masters as well.
In fact, then what happens with Tom? Because then if Tom was to get to that point, Chris Adonis and Tom have that history. Polka Dot Pam, you brought up a great divergent path right there.
Well, buddy, then they'd just have to face off for the title then, wouldn't they?
One day.
I do like this comment from Wild Arms saying, don't worry, Gary. You don't have to worry about David. You have to worry about Sal. That feels like a great lead into this week's moment of Sal.
Today's episode is brought to you by the numbers 7734 7734 7734 7734 7734.
Oh,
I wish it was brought to us by 58008.
58008.
Come on, nobody had a calculator in junior high.
But what's that? Well, no.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's boobs.
It's boobs.
Yeah, I was about to say you're supposed to say boobies. Boobies is how
I
can kind of see it.
in there. Yeah. I know. I get it.
Wait, how did you know that off the top of your head?
Because I went to elementary school.
So did I.
I didn't remember it right away either, but yeah, I remember it.
A lot of people in the chat just popped up and they were like, I know what that is.
Yeah. Boobs. Boobs.
Let's end on a high note, Gary. I don't think.
Wow, Sal stepping up. Boobs. Boobs. Boobies.
Boobies.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
I
It's
got
got a
that
little
one.
B in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. See, we didn't have emojis when I was growing up, though.
Yeah, we had to use calculators to put dumb.
Yeah, we had to use calculators to
Yeah.
be stupid.
You know why we're all bad at math? Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
All
busy
right.
looking at
Why didn't go to
calculator
college?
boobs.
It's time to wrap this thing up, fellas. Anything else you want to throw in there before we get out of here?
Plug.
Hey, Gary, I think you got a very special episode next week, right? Of the podcast.
Oh, man, I'm glad you said that. Oh, God. I even
show,
planned
Gary.
ahead for this one. And Jesus, Joe Galli
Sure
making
show,
the
Gary.
save yet again. Listen, next week, this has been requested multiple times. And since the guys are going to be in Mexico and doing all that stuff anyway, Kyle's like trying to get his life right and get somewhere it's not his mom's house. Next week is an all women's show. How about that? You guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle.
Look
We've
at
been hanging
that.
out
That
too
was
much.
beautiful. That is.
We do
you
hang out
guys,
too much. I'll see you in a few days.
I tell you what, if you guys don't end up together at the end of this movie, then I don't know what's going on with the writing.
Kind of already are.
I will sink to the bottom of the ocean while he floats on that goddamn door.
There was room
Right,
on
Just
that
because
door.
Joe wants the sweet release of the life he has. That's
There was
all.
room on that door. He was a figment of her
They're
imagination.
totally, yeah,
The whole
absolutely.
I am working on all of the details, but I do know that as of right now, the great Sherry Shaw, who is backstage a lot at NWA, that you guys may or may
And sings the national anthem.
And make some of the theme music.
Yeah.
Gary muted himself.
We lost Gary. Gary, you hit the button.
Muted himself.
Gary, that's not the right button.
It's your
you're
show,
supposed to be
Gary.
hitting.
You muted me. There it is.
Dude,
Gary, are you back?
oh, she's
Nope.
Now
Nope.
your mic's off. Your
Nope.
microphone
Now you're
is
talking
off.
from somewhere
Your
else.
microphone's completely off.
You're yeah, there you go. That Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Am I back right now?
he's
We'll
back
win the
now.
show next
All right,
week.
are you
Sherry
back?
Shaw's going to hire.
Oh my God, Sherry Shaw, Medusa, who has a book coming out, and possibly some other guests. Well, I mean, definitely some other guests. We don't know for sure. The tag team champions might be here. Maddie and Missa. We might hear from, I don't know. Camille's going to be in Mexico, so we'll see. But you know, it's going to be a big show, and it's going to be all ladies all the time. I'll run the show from backstage and let the ladies take over.
Watch that. That'll be the show that Will shows up to. Like, hey, everybody.
We'll be here like, well, you're not allowed.
Where's the
buddy.
beats?
He was in the chat.
Oh, it was? Okay.
I saw
will.
something.
Oh, I
At
didn't even
least
see it.
we don't have to, I saw something. Yeah, see?
Hit aside, Camille, Kinsey Page, Natalia Markova. All right, yeah. So we'll
We
see.
don't have to do a safety check now.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, all women show next week.
Of that. Yeah.
You guys be here.
Get your
And,
goddamn gravy cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
And yes, Trevor used his.
Bullseye!
Thanks, everybody.
Last one.
Give the world champion. All right. Until next week, everybody. Enjoy your gravy cake.